The Dabbsson 2000L claims to be one of the most compact and lightweight power stations in its class. It's significantly cheaper than some of the other options in its class, and the last redesigned Dabbsson that we had our hands on here at the lab was actually pretty good. So can Dabbsson keep up the trend with this 2000L, or are you better off spending your money on a name brand unit? So welcome back to the lab, where our opinions cannot be bought. You guys know here at the lab, we are always trying to find budget alternatives for people who can't or maybe don't want to afford name brand power stations. So we got to give as many of these units a chance as possible. As always, we have links in the description down below, as well as any coupon codes that we can get out of Dabbsson for you, as well as the links to our power station quiz, which will help you guys determine which power station is best for your needs, and our monthly giveaway. But before we get into our experience with this thing and everything we like and don't like, let us get you up to speed with a super quick teardown on the Dabbsson 2000L.
It looks like a Delta Pro from Temu.
First up, this thing passes the tiny baby lift test. It only weighs 41 pounds. He wanted to take this as an opportunity to show you he still knows how to do CrossFit. It's got a 2048 watt-hour battery bank and a 2200 watt inverter. In terms of charging this guy, you can plug it into a regular house outlet in your house and it will charge in just about 2 hours. It also has an 800 watt solar input, which compared to the battery size isn't terrible. That means you could charge it up in just over 2 hours with solar. When it comes to ports on this guy, you have 6 120 volt house outlets on the front. 3 of them are grounded, 3 of them are not. You have 2 USB A's and 2 USB C's. You also have a 12 volt car socket right here, as well as a single barrel connector. We got a nice light on the front of this power station. And then on the backside, you have your AC wall input as well as your solar input. And that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of plugs and ports on this guy. The screen is decent. It works. It shows you everything you need to know. It's a simple, straightforward power station. There's nothing crazy going on. The app works. It lets you control the unit from a distance, turn things on and off that you can't necessarily do directly from the unit. And right now, this unit is actually on sale. With our discount code, it's only $616, which is not a terrible price. It's a lot cheaper than some of the other options out there. First thing we like with this guy is actually some of the testing results. It was 93% efficient, which is pretty good. That means when you're running this thing near full tilt, it'll give you most of the power. You're not losing a whole lot. The idle consumption was 26 watts.
Or was it watts per hour, or was it watt hours? Are they gonna call us out in the comments? What do they think? Oh my god, everything's gonna fall apart.
That basically means if you're running your sump pump off this or something that doesn't come on all the time and the unit is just on idling, it'll last about 3.2 days, assuming you're not using it that much. It's not the best we've seen, but it's honestly not terrible. And otherwise, everything else went fine. The UPS works, the solar input works, and it's honestly not that loud when running either. You can hear it, it makes noise. It's not EcoFlow quiet, but it's not terrible.
Some of the cheaper units are really loud.
Yeah, this one is just medium.
Which is good. Great work, Dabbsson.
Dab.
Dab.
You guys obviously could have seen this one coming. We absolutely love that there is a light on the front of this power station, as well as a 12 volt car socket. That's perfect for camping accessories and stuff like that. And I mean, 41 pounds, it's still heavy enough. You're gonna want to pick it up with 2 hands. Or if you have this in your...
baby and you're really jacked.
Stop cutting me off. Or if you have this thing in your tent or trailer or something like that, even if it's just in your basement, turn on the light, walk it upstairs. You can actually see what you're doing. We love power stations with lights. It's also cool that one of these USB-Cs is a fast charge. That means that you can actually use something like your laptop and it will charge it at the rate it wants to be charged at. There's only one 100 watt USB-C, but it's still really nice to have. It's nice because you don't have to plug in like your laptop brick to the inverter and then lose power when you're converting it over to AC. It's much more efficient just to run your laptop off of this guy right here. And we do like that there is 6 120 volt plugs. While only 3 of them are grounded and they're kind of close together, it still gives you the ability to run multiple things off of a smaller unit, which we do like to see. The Dabbsson is not perfect though, and there is a few things that we just don't like about it. And the first one really is that their Dabbsson doesn't really have like a brand identity. Now, for you guys, that's the whole point of our channel. We have it in real life, we've used it, we've tested it, and it's not bad. But if you were to just come across Dabbsson's website, it is a direct copy of EcoFlow's website. Everything looks identical. The images are clearly photoshopped. Like, there's just not a lot of brand identity going into this. And personally, we don't think that that would give many people confidence if they just randomly found Dabbsson as a brand. So Dabbsson, if you're watching this, you guys are individuals, you're your own brand. Try to be your own brand, especially with an online presence. It gives the more we're just trying to make money vibes when you duplicate someone else's work. It gives more, hey, we're actually trying to compete in the space when you do your own work. So take that for what you will, but we wish that Dabbsson had a little more brand identity going on. We also don't love that Dabbsson support
doesn't really exist. This is the phone number that they have on their website, and when you call it, it's disconnected.
The number you have called is not assigned.
Email response time is also really slow. It's probably because they're not in North America. So I would give them a poo-poo out of 10.
Oof. Something else that was a little weird in our testing, when you have this running UPS, which is basically like it's plugged into the wall, your computer's plugged into it. So if the power goes out, your computer stays on and you don't really notice. If you keep putting more and more and more loads on it, if it's running at 2000 watts, it'll try to pull 2000 watts out of your house plug, which is not good. Your house plugs are not rated for that much. So we had this thing trying to pull 2200 watts out of a regular house outlet, which is eventually just gonna trip a breaker or melt a wire or do something like that. So yeah, it's just not, you don't wanna see that. We would rather it just kick out at 1800 watts than pull more than a plug is supposed to pull. So at the end of the day, look, Dabbsson is clearly getting better. We've had some bad Dabbssons. This is a decent Dabbsson. In our opinion, if you're trying to save some money, we would recommend you go with something like a Pecron. They're a little more tried and true. Shut up. They kind of have their own brand identity. They've been trying to get better customer support, and they offer a really good product. So Dabbsson, you're getting close. You're not quite there yet. If a friend asked me which one they should buy between a Dabbsson and a Pecron, I would just send them to Pecron all day. Anyways, that's all we got for you guys. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out and stay charged.